Hey, 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 welcome to TraceyTV. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I do. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that hops on and listens to these TraceyTVs and sends me messages, and we have these great conversations about health and wellness. So I just want to let you know how much I do appreciate you, even though that is the topic of today's conversation. So today we're talking about how to get yourself in a better mood like that. It's not that easy, but you can do it that fast. How to get yourself into a better mood. And this is a great practice. It's the number one thing that you can do. It's free, it's fast. You can do it from anywhere. It is an attitude of gratitude and a gratitude practice. And I was reminded of this the other night. As I think you guys know, as I'm recording this, my daughter's applying to college programs, and it's a roller coaster ride, and she just said, I need to get myself back into a place of gratitude, when she could feel herself starting to get stressed out about everything that was going on. And I was so proud of her. And I'm always so impressed by my kids and their ability to really just find gratitude and see their stress and anxiety and frustration being a big one, kind of play out. And here's the deal on gratitude. No matter where you are in your life, if you can find something to be grateful for, it has actual benefits to change what's happening in your brain. And so it immediately starts to reduce stress and raise good hormones. So I want to tell you kind of from the brain inside and out how this works so that you really understand. So we talk about toxic thoughts, but toxic thoughts are actually toxic. So stress, anger releases hormones in the body that are actually bad for the body, that throw off our regulatory function in the body. So we're not meant to be stressed and angry all the time, right? We're meant to be in a place of homeostasis. And so there's so many reasons to get anxious and stressed. It's true. And sad. I was thinking about everything that was going on in the news today. So many reasons to feel grief and sadness. And if we can find a way to find some gratitude, our brain immediately releases dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine and serotonin are the feel-good chemicals in our body. And they release, they regulate, they bring up feelings of happiness, and they decrease feelings of anxiety and stress. So the minute you can find something to be grateful for, you literally signal to your body to change the brain chemistry in your body. It's an amazingly powerful thing. And so I want to give you some tips on how to practice gratitude. And you can start with something so small. I just read this amazing article, and they gave 5 tips. And then I'm going to give you one of my most practical ones. And then I'm going to offer you some things at the end. So one was just always remember to appreciate yourself and appreciate all that you're doing. I think sometimes so many of us, I know myself included, if I talk to other people the way I sometimes talk to myself, no one would talk to me. And so I have to remember to be kind to myself. I can be hard on myself. And so just remember to appreciate yourself is one of the most important things. To love yourself, to appreciate what you're doing and not beat yourself up for what you're not doing. Totally unproductive. And second one is a gratitude journal. And I actually practice this verbally every single day. I've got a group of friends, which is another one. I've got a group of friends. We send each other voice messages every day. And we say 3 things we're proud of, which is often about ourselves or just other people that are in our lives. 3 things we're grateful for, and 3 things that we desire. And so I, even on the worst of days, need to come up with 3 things that I'm grateful for. And it's super, super helpful. So a gratitude journal, I can't recommend it enough. It's a super useful practice. Gratitude visits, this is what the article called gratitude visits. And this could be even via text, email, a phone call. It doesn't have to be an in-person visit. It means revisiting people that you are grateful for, that have done things for you in the past that you're grateful for. Just reach back out to people and just tell them you're grateful for them. Again, that feeling of expressing that gratitude to people releases dopamine and serotonin. So good for our brains and our bodies. You also should know stress is like totally wreaking havoc on all of us. It improves sleep. Gratitude improves sleep, which is also really important for health. Okay, here are the last two. So there's 5. The last two. Number 4 is lean into happiness. I think so often when we're really happy, Brene Brown calls this foreboding joy. Like you get really happy and then you swear something bad's going to happen. And that is just your ego trying to activate its fear mechanisms. When you're happy, step into that happiness, really embrace it, feel it fully, feel the joy in your life when you have the joyful moments. And then finally, find a gratitude buddy. So my friend Emily, and now I've got several gratitude buddies, but Emily Garbaccio, mwah, you're amazing, first opened me up to the Daily Trinity, and we have been friends for almost 20 years now, and we express our gratitude to each other and about things every single day. Okay, so those are the 5 tips. Oh, my phone is, I'm recording off of my phone, so I can't do this. So here's my number 1 tip. Okay, are you ready? So if you're on your phone while you're listening to this, there's the reminder function on your phone. So every phone has reminders. And so what I've done is I've set a reminder that goes off at 5 a.m. It doesn't have an alarm. It just goes off 5 a.m. on my phone every morning that says, I am grateful. So regardless of what time I wake up, the first thing I see when I pick up my phone, whenever that is, try not to pick up my phone as soon as I wake up. But the first thing I see is a message that says, I am grateful. And that's how I start my day. So you could do that every morning when you wake up. You could set alarms for yourself during the day so that an alarm goes off at noon, at 3 p.m., before you go to bed. You could do a number of alarms during the day. It could tell you to, say one thing you're grateful for. I think this is a beautiful use of technology to remind you to be grateful, right? Instead of reminding you to look at social media. Okay, so those are the tips. I want to offer you a few things. So I went looking for a gratitude meditation. I have one that I really love from Gabby Bernstein, but it's in a private membership site, so I can't give that one to you. But I did find a great one that just moves you from starting with yourself about being grateful for, something very small around you, and then moving to bigger and bigger gratitude. It's a beautiful meditation. It's about 13 minutes long, so I'd love to send you the link to that. The second is that if you want a copy of the article where I got all of this information, I would love to send you a link to that. And then the final thing that I just want to continue to mention as we move towards building a new program, a new wellness program that we're working on with some of my colleagues, gratitude is going to be one of the cornerstones of it, because gratitude is, I really do think, is a health strategy. And if we could get, it really is like a muscle, like everything else. And if you continue to practice gratitude, you get stronger, you start to see it more, it becomes more of a habit and a part of your life. And so it's going to be a big part of the program that we're developing. So if you want to be a part of that, that sounds like something that's interesting to you. It's a private Facebook community. I can tell you more about it and would love to have you be a part of it with us. So here's to your health. Again, I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. And go tell someone you love that you are grateful for them. Okay, have a great night.